Hey everybody, Boom here with another Destiny video. I hope you enjoyed my previous video on Destiny Year 1 Retrospective, because this is part 2 of my Retrospective trilogy. So I'll leave a link in the description down below to the first video, and if everyone's ready, let's get into it. So last time we left off with a moment of triumph Year 1. Well, what comes next after that was the release of The Taken King. Yes, this was the game we deserved all along. The Taken King was released on September 15, 2015, and featured many changes to Destiny. New levels for our Guardians, as well as light level, which meant more progression. Something Bungie added to make leveling up easier was the option to infuse armor and guns into other armor and guns. As long as they were legendary or exotics, it wouldn't be quite the same light level. It would just be scaled down, but this would be fixed later on. More story missions that didn't lack a sense of drive. This was Oryx, father of Crota, so we had some backstory to this, coming to our solar system to bestow judgment upon us for murdering his son in cold blood. With this DLC also brought us swords, artifacts, and new ghosts. Swords were a new weapon type that would be categorized in the heavy weapon slot and would be used as either a legendary weapon or exotics. But what got everybody excited about this DLC, you may ask? Well, for the first time ever, our Guardians were all getting new subclasses ability that they didn't have, which meant that the Hunter was getting a Void subclass, the Titan was getting a Solar subclass, and the Warlock an Arc subclass, which had pretty awesome backstories on how you had to regain them. The Dreadnought's new exploration area was pretty cool, but you couldn't use your Sparrow, which made everything you did there like 3 times longer. Court of Oryx was pretty cool as well, until you got pretty repetitive, but I mean, Destiny is a game about farming, so sometimes I wonder if I'm playing the right game. Now, I've mentioned this before in my Cabal lore video, but there are a lot of speculations going towards that the reason why Dominus Goal, aka Gary, in Destiny 2 is coming to attack us is actually from a Cabal broadcast to the Empire back on the Dreadnought, back in the mission, the Outbound Signal. Now, let's talk about the new raid, King's Fall. And boy, do I have a lot to talk about this. It was a new raid in the Destiny expansion, The Taken King. The raid takes place in the Dreadnought and the final boss is Oryx, The Taken King. It became available on September 18, 2015, and boy, oh boy, did Bungie deliver. Now, as I said before, I consider Vault of Glass my number 1 raid, and then I have Crota's End at number 3. So, where do I place King's Fall? Number 2 or number 4? Well, for me the choice was obvious. But I'd rather tell you why and make you see my understanding of where I place it. So let's take an overall look at this raid. We start off with a mechanic that first appeared in the Dark Below, the Relics. You have to coordinate your 6-man team into 3 teams of 2 Guardians and gather these relics and place them simultaneously into Thrall statues. Once completed, it opens a portal which makes you venture on further inside the Dreadnought. Here we are given multiple jumping puzzles, something Bungie seems to be quite fond of. Skipping ahead to the first real boss, the War Priest. This was by far one of the most interesting boss battles when first encountered. But this was just the beginning of the raid. There are these pillars and circle pads on the ground, and you have to determine in what order they need to be pressed. Once done correctly, someone is given an aura in which he must kill adds to give himself more time to keep it and from dying. As for everyone else, this is how they damage the War Priest. Once this is complete, you go through a maze and get ready to face the second boss, Golgoroth. He's an ogre, and I gotta say, Bungie, these raid boss mechanics were getting harder, but better. In order to defeat him, you had to have somebody take his gaze, and then your 5 other teammates would break a bubble on the ceiling, then drop down, take the buff, and light him up in his stupid chests. After that, you'd get, of course, more jumping puzzles. Why not? I would go into details with the Death Singers, but they're easy and boring, so let's just skip to the final boss, Oryx. So, I could go into many different ways to do this boss fight, but I'll go with what I assume is the easiest and the most known way, which is to pick a relic runner, give 3 people platform numbers, and 2 people to deal with the adds and ogres. Now, once everyone is on their platforms and everyone kills the ogre, they will drop black orbs. Once the relic runner grabs the buff and kills a certain knight, everyone meets in the middle and shoots Oryx's chest. Once that's done, he'll return to the center and teleport people in a white area. There you will find a shade of Oryx. Defeat him as quickly as possible before he wipes your whole team. Once back out, just repeat these steps 3 more times, and on the last one, get 4 people to activate all 16 black orbs simultaneously and then shoot Oryx. And then, once again, Oryx will return to the middle and shoot him, and he's done. Now, why would I go into such depth about this raid? Well, like I said earlier, I wanted to show you guys what I thought about this raid and why I love these raid mechanics so much. This is by far the raid that had the most complicated mechanics, and this is where my hopes and beliefs in Bungie were finally once again returned. Now, before some of you tell me, what about refer a friend? Well, I don't want to talk about that. All I can say is no, Bungie, no. Bad. You do not do this to people. You don't. Stupid. Worse than microtransactions. Okay, moving on. Like I mentioned, the Taken King brought along with it what Destiny should have been. It came with spooky, scary skeletons. The Festival of the Lost 2015 is the Halloween event that began on October 26, 2015 and ended in November 9th, 2015. Players can participate in the event by speaking to Tess Everest and Eva Levante. A tower, Destiny's most known social space, was decorated and players from everywhere could collect candy and then return to Eva Levante for some goodie bags filled with candy, respawn animations, and masks. It was a cool new way to introduce their events and probably the first PvE event that players wanted to play more of. It's not too long after that Bungie released another PvP event, but this time for players who didn't want to just shoot things. Sparrow Racing League, or SRL, is an event that began on December 8th, 2015, and ended on December 29th. You would queue in a match of 6 and ride against other players on your Sparrow. There were 2 different locations being Mars and Venus. As well, it's also the very first event that brought along a record book. A book that has a series of challenges, and once completed, you would get rewards after certain tiers. We also can't forget about that awesome SRL gear. It did look good, even though it probably wouldn't be much help if you were to getting shot in real life, but that's the beauty about video games sometimes, you can just wear whatever you want. Yes, yet another PvP event, Crimson Days, is the 2016 Valentine's Day event in Destiny. It began on February 9th, 2016 and ended on February 16th, 2016. The event featured a new 2v2 Crucible mode called Crimson Doubles. Crimson Doubles featured a new mechanic, quests, and reward. It was Destiny's way of saying, hey guys, play as a couple this Valentine's Day. Or as friends. That's cool too. To be honest, I didn't play this event, and I have to admit it did bring some cool new ghost shells that I wasn't able to get until year 3, but other than that, I can't say much about it. Next, we have Destiny's April update, which launched on Tuesday, April 12th, 2016, which I have mixed feelings about because, as I said in my previous video, to me, House of Wolves was by far the worst expansion. And while the April update decided to bring back the Prison of Elders at 335 light level, but instead of Skolas, it was called Challenge of Elders, and it had Taken in it as well now, so that's a thing. But that doesn't mean that this update was bad, and here's why. It did raise the light level, which no update had ever done, except for an expansion release. There was also the infusion fix, which made your infusions become the exact level of the armor or weapon you were infusing in it. Now if you know the saying from Marriage, something old, something new, well, Bungie did it. They brought back some classic Year 1's exotics, and then some new armor sets had chroma, which were different colored lights you could put in some of your armor sets and your weapons, and if I do say so myself, it made you look like a walking rave, which was pretty awesome. And well, it's that time of the video again where we reach the Moments of Triumph Year 2. This time, instead of making players go on to Bungie.net for their progression, they decided to follow in SRL's footsteps and make a record book. This would allow players to see their progressions on their challenges and both be rewarded with 2 shaders and 2 emblems. And if you finished all of these challenges, you could purchase a Moment of Triumph shirt on the Bungie store for I believe was $30. But anyway, let's talk about these challenges. Challenge of the Elders. Complete an Elder's Sigil scorecard in the Prison of Elders. The Plays the Thing. Complete the Taken King's main questline, culminating in Regicide. The Third Element. Equip a fully leveled Year 2 subclass on any character. This is amazing. Complete the Crucible questline, culminating in the Mountaintop. Eris Morn's Revenge. Collect all 50 calcified fragments. A Blade Reborn. Complete any of the exotic sword quests from Shaxx. Return to the Reef. Complete the April quests at the gates and return to the prison, and the Sword Logic. Defeat Oryx in the King's Falls raid on hard difficulty. Okay, well that's gonna be it for this video. Now guys, don't forget that this is just my opinion, and this isn't an in-depth analysis of Destiny Year 2, it's more of an overall look at it. I hope you enjoyed this retrospective through Destiny Year 2. I've really been hard at work to get these out to you guys before Destiny 2 releases, and boy, are we getting close, only 2 days left. Anyway, don't forget to give this video a like, comment down below, and subscribe if you're new to this channel, and share this video with all your friends. I'm Boom 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 Man, and I'm out.